right, we live. What up, fellas? Oh man, what a fucking week. It's Saturday night right now. I just got finished hitting a lift. I had a nice little arm day. It's 11:15, charging the whip. 11:15 p.m. charging the whip. And yeah, I made one of these last week. I'm making one again this week. I'll make one again the week after. Just tracking the journey, showing you guys kind of what I'm doing with my life. Moved back to New Hampshire from Virginia last Friday. Got settled into the new apartments in Nashua between Saturday and Sunday, and then started ripping again, knocking doors on Monday. I've been ripping this whole week. It's been a crazy week, man. These days, they're super long. You're out there knocking all day, and the amount of people you're talking to, it makes you feel like a week, like you get a month or 2 months worth of fucking, worth of days in just a week. I get talk to so many people, have so many different conversations, have so many stories that it's like, wow, it's only been 6 days since fucking Monday. But no, it's been great. It's been great. Getting used to a new routine, new systems. We're living with 2 guys right now. One of them's coming, another kid's coming from Michigan when he's done with school. But yeah, we're in like a suite in Nashua right now. Basically, the way the day works now is I'm getting up a little bit later, around 7:15. Get up, take my cold shower, I make my bed, I drink my water, my 32 ounces of water, and then I journal. I eat my breakfast, which is usually just steak, eggs, and rice. I'll weigh in. I'll get in my car around 8:15, 8:20. I'll run through a couple practice pitches. I will plan my route for the day, like my walking route, so it's not something I have to think about while I'm on the doors. And then I have a morning meeting with the whole team at around 8. It's at 8:57. That's about 45 minutes. Then I had 2 car partners this week. Now that I got my car, I drop them off at their area. I go to my spot. I get there around 10:30, knock until 3, and then have lunch from like 3 to 4, and then knock from 4 to 9, and then go pick them up, get back to the crib around like 10 o'clock. Either a couple days this week I drove to Manchester, go to the gym. Some days I also just fucking ate, showered, went to bed, got up and did the same thing. But it was fucking, it's long days, but it's fun. You can feel yourself progressing every single day. It's really fucking difficult, getting told no 55 plus times per day, but it's super rewarding. And, Monday and Tuesday were real tough for me. I only sold 1 account. But I mean, you could look at it 2 different ways. I'm just starting. I've only done 16 total days of knocking. But in the only 2 days, I got 0 my first 2. I've gotten at least 1 every day since. But Monday and Tuesday, I was getting fucking shit on. I talked to 60 plus DMs. DMs is just decision makers. So I talked to 60 plus people, and I only sold 1 account. I mean, and at the end of the day, I'm still happy with that, because selling one is selling one. You still make some good money on it, but obviously you want to be better. You want to make more. You want to sell more. You see other people selling more. You want to make more. That's just how I am. But Tuesday was kind of like a real turning point for me. I had a good talk with my boss, and I went into Wednesday and fucking ripped. I sold 4, and I was 3rd. I think I came in 3rd. Oh no, that was Friday. Well, I sold 4 on Wednesday. Sold 2 on Thursday, and on Friday I sold 4, and I was 3rd in the company for rookies, which was pretty dope. I think I sold like $4,400 that day. And then today, Saturday, I sold 2. It was a lot. I mean, we started knocking at 9:30. I didn't finish until 7, and I didn't sell one until 4. So I sold that first one at 4 p.m. I was like, all right, fuck, I gotta go get another one. I got another one. I probably should have had like 4 or 5 today. I low-key sold on some of them, but sold another 2 today. And I'm checking my stats real quick, because I know going into this week I was around like 14, 15 grand in revenue. I got my iPad here. This is what I carry all day, and basically we pin each spot. You can't really see it from there. It's tough, but we pin each spot, each house. We pin it so we know, like, we can keep track of it, and it keeps all your stats. So this week, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on there, but that says I sold 15 grand this week. And active CV, which is active contract value, I sold 12 grand. So 12 grand of it got serviced. So that's by far my best week. My first week I sold $6,000. My last week I sold 7.6, and this week I sold 15.3. So I'm getting better every week, which is great. And that puts my total, my total revenue for the season at $29,346. And I've only done it for 16 days. So with this job, the sky's really the limit. I just got to, it's just difficult. And you got to focus on the inputs, got to focus on getting better every day. It's really tough to not focus on the sales, but you can't, especially in the beginning, because I'm just not good enough to look at the sales, right? So I just constantly look at the inputs, constantly look at what can I do better. I have this I'll show you this as well. I have this notes app. I have the notes app up while I'm knocking, and it's like my on the door notes, and I have so much on there. I just go I kind of just write my positive thoughts in there, because you got to stay positive, because every door could be the one. And if you don't sell anything in a day, you don't make any money. It's 100% commission. So it's a lot of pressure on you. And if you can't stay positive, you're not going to sell. So that's kind of my way of just constantly reminding myself of positive thoughts. But it's honestly from Wednesday to today, I've sold $13,000. And I had 2 cancel over this week, which kind of sucked. It was my first 2 cancels. But I mean, it is what it is. You can't always control that. But yeah, 15,000 a week. I feel really good about that. And next week, I mean, I'd like to do it again. I'd like to do more if possible. I feel like I'm rapidly learning and rapidly growing, so I don't really know what's possible for next week. But again, just focus on the inputs. Try and make every door, a win. Try and take something away from all of it. And yeah, that's really my main goal. I'm gonna tell you guys kind of how the pay structure works again too. Just because I know that some people, this obviously isn't a normal job. This isn't what the average person would go and do and spend their time on, because it's who would think to do fucking door-to-door pest control, but especially 100% commission. But for you fucking savages, this is how it works. You start at around holy shit. You start at around 18 to 20% commission in the beginning. So I'm at 30,000 right now. I'm around the 18-20% commission. So I'm not making a whole lot of money right now. But as you go up, once you hit 40,000, I want to say I don't know the exact number. I want to say it's 43,000, your commission percentage goes up a little bit. So I want to say it's 23%. Then once you hit, 47,000, you're at 25%. Then once you're at 100,000, you're at 40%. Then once you're at 200,000, you're at 50%. So once I get to 200,000 revenue, which I'm at 30 right now in just 16 days, I will have made $100,000, right? My goal is $350,000, and that's 60. I want to say it's 68% commission. So it would be around 200,000. I want to say it's 180 or 185, depending on my retention. So that's just what's possible in this job. The battle is the mental side of it, getting up every day, staying consistent. When it starts to get real tough on the doors, when you're getting told no every single time, and you feel like you're shit at the job, and you go a full day without getting a fucking sale, and you're like, oh, I worked this whole day and nothing came out of it. It's finding the positive in everything. And that's why this job, it's a personal development pathway every single day. The work works on you more than you work on it in this job. And that's what I love about it, because I can feel myself growing every day, whether I'm getting a sale or I'm not. I'm growing every day. The morning always starts with anxiety, and I don't want to get up, and I don't want to do it. And the night always ends with me being proud of myself for fucking fighting through it anyway. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. So, yeah, so in terms of next week, I'd love to do another. My goal is to activate the commission percentage uptick, which is around 42,000. So I'm at 29K sold. If I can get to 42, then every sale I make, I'm upping the commission percentage, right? So if at 42, it starts to actually go up. Say it's at 23% at $42,000 in revenue. Once I get to 47, it's 25%, right? So I gain an extra 2% on all of the revenue that I had. And I just once I can get to that, it's okay, now I can really fucking keep track of this. I'm starting to understand my KPIs. I'm starting to understand how many people I need to talk to in order to get a sale. Right now, I think it's every 25 people I talk to, I get a sale. which, I mean, I don't know how good that is or how good it isn't, but I know that that's around the number that I'm doing right now. So I need to talk to 50 people in a day to get 2 sales, is basically what that means right now. I'd like to get that ratio down, 1 in 20, 1 in 15, 1 in 10. So it's all a numbers game. It's a numbers game and it's a skill game. Half of it's grit, half of it's skill. Like, I'd say a third of it's grit, a third of it's skill, a third of it's mental. But that's what makes it so fucking fun. It's not like your average, you 9 to 5, you go to work, your fucking boss gives you something, you finish it by 1 and you jerk off until 5, right? It's like you need to be activated every single minute of every single day, and that's what makes it super fun. But yeah, that's my update on week 3, first week in New Hampshire. About around 30 grand sold, but with 2 cancels, so I'm around like 27, 28. Just got to keep it fucking pushing. I'm looking to get 350K this season. I do believe it's possible. It's going to be really hard, but I do believe it's possible. I just need to, stay dialed, stay on my habits, stay on my routines. It's 11:30 p.m. right now. I'm about to finish charging the car up, go home, eat a nice little meal, get up tomorrow morning. Sunday's my day off, and I fucking just enjoy my day off. I try not to even think about work because of how taxing even though I love it, how taxing the 6 days are when I'm in them. I just try and relax and get my mind right, go to the gym. I'm about to hit the gym tomorrow with Damien. And then do laundry, dishes, see my mom, stuff like that. And then Sunday night, tomorrow night, 9-ish, 9:30-ish, I get in bed and I get ready to do it all over again. It's fucking fun. If you guys are interested, let me know. I'll keep you guys individually posted if you guys want to reach out to me, and I'll let you know how it's going, and if it's something you want to do next year. Any other questions you have, feel free to let me know in the comments, or if you want to reach out to me individually, that's fine. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this or somewhat entertained by it. I'm really just doing it to track the journey so I can look back and say, damn, that's where I was at that time. Damn, I thought I was good at that time. Damn, just shit like that. So that's all I got. I am about to head back to the apartment, eat a nice meal, go to sleep, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.